Welcome to Seaway Whiskywire. Got some more Irish whiskey for you tonight with the Jameson Core Range sample pack. Stay tuned. Hey, thanks for coming back. Not gonna be the last time you see that hat either, trust me. Still got a little bit more March to go here. I'm Tyler, and like I said, we've got the Core Range of Jameson in sample form here. Got 3 mini bottles here from the Jameson Core Range, including the Jameson Irish Whiskey, the Jameson Black Barrel, and the Jameson Stout Edition. What can I tell you about these 3 expressions from Jameson? Well, let's get that over with here. They're all 40% ABV, they're all chill filtered, and they all have color added. But again, this is one of the most famous Irish whiskeys out there, one of the best-selling Irish whiskeys out there, so only fitting that I review it on my channel and, get to do a little bit of sampling here. To be frank, I've only ever had the Jameson Irish whiskey, and I've only really done it in cocktails and old fashions and what have you. So this is a great time for me to kind of revisit it and sip it neat, and also see what else is offered in the core expressions. So Jameson's, ex-bourbon, ex-American bourbon, ex-European sherry, cask matured, everything along the line. Everything kind of stems from the original and then gets a little bit of maturation added to it. You get the black barrel that has some extra charred barrels in there, and then you get the Stout Edition, which finishes in craft beer barrels. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. So yeah, we'll get to pouring here, get these all out here and into the drams here. I'm really looking forward to this, guys. It's neat. We had the Clonakilty the other night there, and I really enjoyed that. I got the Sexton coming up here, and some other surprises probably in line as well. But yeah, we'll get to it there. Oop, I dropped the cap on that one while I was talking. No biggie. Take that out in editing or leave it in there, one way or the other. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I'll start things off with the original here, and then we'll kind of work our way down here. And just kind of put them in front here so that you guys can remember which one's which, as I can. So yeah, we'll start off with the piece here on the first one. So, it's not natural color, obviously, so you got some color out there, a very deep amber hue, very golden in there as well. I won't pay too much attention to the actual color of the liquid there. I can smell it. I can smell it really good in here now. Everything's coming wafting up my nose, but I'll focus on this one here and we'll get to it. So, on the nose. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, please, if you have some Jamesons or you have some Irish whiskey, pour them in there, drink along. If you got a flight you want to do like I'm doing here, by all means, go ahead. I encourage it, and enjoy your time, enjoy your night tonight with me. On the nose for Jameson's triple distilled Irish whiskey. Very gentle nose. You get honey in there, toffee, caramel, some apples. Pretty much it. No real spice, no real alcohol burn. Yeah, very nice, gentle, easy nose, very approachable. So let's get into it, and I'll give you a taste. Slanja. I definitely tell you that there's a reason that's one of the best-selling Irish whiskeys in the world. And I mean, keyword in there is balanced. Finish is pretty short. Not very coating on the mouth, for an enthusiast like me, really not what I'm looking for, but something easy, approachable, and just, smooth. Very balanced, very smooth. Yeah, nothing really negative to say about it. I could get in there and talk about how, it should be a couple more ABV, should be non-chill filter and all that stuff, but no, it is what it is, and it's pretty darn good at it, I will say that. Knowing that everything else is kind of based off that, I'll use that as my baseline. We'll get into the old black barrel here. Charred for rich and smooth taste. Well, how can you get much smoother than the original? Give a little nose here. Like it's a lot of the same as the original. A little more intense, a little more sherry notes to it. Still get the honey, still get the apples, still get the toffee. You get some sherry notes in there too. It's kind of wine notes. Yeah. Maybe some dates, raisins. All right, let's get into the taste of the black barrel. Slanja. Okay, so the taste is very much different than the first one. Again, very smooth. You get some candied fruits in there as well as you know. You get that honey, you get that caramel, you get those apples. There's those dates and raisins. There is candy orange. I gotta get in there. I'm gonna have one more sip of this actually. Yeah, it's you get the candied oranges on there. Yeah, it's like the original, a little more complex, equally as smooth. Oh, there's a little bit of spice on the end there. So it's a little longer than short finish, but it's still pretty short. Again, 40% ABV, very thin liquid. But no, it's every bit as good as the first one with more intensity. So if you like more intense sherry notes, if you like those raisins, those sweeter fruits, more fruity notes, which I really like with Irish whiskey, I'm leaning towards the black barrel right now over the original. Obviously, it's got some more complexity to it, but yeah, very, very good, very interesting, and a lot sweeter than the original. So, all right, last but not least, got the Jameson Stout Edition whiskey finished in craft beer barrels. So, assuming that it's the first one here, and going to go through that maturation process and then finished in these barrels here. Color-wise, it's definitely a lot darker than the original. Well, maybe not a lot darker, but it definitely is got more of that orange hue to it than the first one. Let's see against the black barrel. I mean, it's natural. It's not natural color, but it's finished in craft beer barrels. They say stout, so it's got to be dark, right? We'll get into the nose. Okay, you get those. You get those Guinness notes. It could be any stout. I don't know if it's Guinness, but you definitely get that. You get those regular. I'm going to say it again. It's a broken record. Honey, toffee, apple. You're getting the sherry notes in here as well. But you get that it's like bitter chocolate. Bitter sweet chocolate. High cocoa content. You get those stout beer notes for sure, and they're pretty heavy. Yeah, dates, raisins still. But then that big hoof of chocolate, right, almost overtakes everything else. All right, get into the final one here. Slanja. See what we get. Again, honestly, it's a good flight. Each one's completely different than the other. This one here specifically, you get you get the honey, a little bit of toffee. The apple notes are completely wiped out, and you get like those berry fruits, the dates, the raisins. Not golden raisins either. I really should have specified that it's red berries. And then you get that stout flavor, that chocolate, really bitter chocolate, dark chocolate, like cocoa powder, and really just malty note to it. Yeah, definitely, you can tell that they've definitely done their work with the stout craft beer barrels to finish it up here. I'm gonna go in for one more. It's very dessert like, this one actually. Yeah, very dessert like a Terry's chocolate orange, like dark chocolate orange. Yeah, very good. Yeah, no, I'm really happy with this. Got this at the LCBO a couple weeks ago. Honestly, there was 3 left in my area. I sent a friend of mine to get it, and all 3 were purchased. So I think you can still pick this pack up, maybe in the Toronto area or whatnot. It was $14. Want to have some fun for half an hour and go at it, this is a good spot to go and grab it. If you never had Jamesons before, like me, never really explored too much into Jamesons, great place to start and kind of get your feet wet with it. What would I recommend? Honestly, I'd probably recommend the regular original Irish whiskey to keep on your bar for cocktails. If anything, call them for an Irish cocktail. It's just an Irish whiskey for the cocktail, very smooth and very good all around. I would probably lean towards, where would I go? Yeah, I think if I was gonna buy something for accessibility for my friends, I'd probably go with the Black Barrel. It's sweet. It's not too heavy. It's not too complicated. Very straightforward and good. If you want something that's very dessert-like, if you like those sherry, I don't want to call it a sherry bomb, I guess. If you like those more intense notes, if you like that chocolate in your whiskey, and you're kind of down with that, if you like stout, if you're a big beer guy and like those like Guinness around this time of year, I'd go with this. Honestly, it's a very rich dram, and that's the only thing that's kind of taking it back from me. So I would probably buy the Black Barrel over the stout, but I would stock and keep the Irish whiskey on my bar for cocktails and entry points for folks. But yeah, $15, pretty good money well spent. Good little video here too, and yeah. So I'm gonna end it at that. Back to the hat. You'll see me in this hat a little bit more for Irish whiskey here over the month. If you like what we're doing at Seaway Whiskey Wire, like and subscribe down below. Check me out on Instagram at Seaway Whiskey Wire. Having a great time putting these videos together. Really enjoying these last couple videos on Irish whiskey and entry points there. I got some cocktail ideas coming, as well as maybe some more Irish whiskeys down the pipe as well. So I'll leave you with that, and have a good evening. I'm gonna go back to the Black Barrel here to sign off for the evening here. So Slàinte to your health, and we'll see you next time. More to come. Bye for now.